At some point today, you ate something you didn't need. Maybe right after a full meal. Maybe at 11 p.m., standing in front of the fridge for no reason you could explain. You weren't hungry, you ate anyway. And then you felt vaguely bad about it, like something in you had overridden something else in you. That's exactly what happened. For 300,000 years, your ancestors had a system that told them clearly when to eat and when to stop. When they ate, they got full, and then they stopped. The system worked because it was built for the food they had access to, and that food was nothing like what's in your kitchen right now. Your hunger is controlled by two hormones. The first is ghrelin. Your stomach produces it when it's empty, it rises fast, and it makes food feel urgent in a way that's hard to ignore. The smell of it sharpens. The thought of it keeps coming back. Ghrelin is the alarm. The second hormone is leptin, produced by your fat cells, and its job is to tell your brain you have enough stored energy to stop. Leptin is the off switch. Researchers like Andrew Huberman at Stanford have spent years studying how these two hormones interact. And when the system is working properly, it's elegant. Ghrelin goes up, you eat. Leptin goes up, you stop. Simple loop, ran perfectly for hundreds of thousands of years. Then came ultra-processed food. The food industry figured out, mostly by accident and then very deliberately, that certain combinations of sugar and fat short-circuit that loop. The mechanism is specific. Ultra-processed food is engineered to be invisible to leptin. When your ancestors ate, the nutrients in their food triggered a cascade of signals from the gut and liver, all feeding back to the brain with the same message: enough. The brain got it clearly. Ultra-processed food is designed to move through your digestive system fast, produce a rapid spike of dopamine, and leave almost no lasting hormonal signal behind. The leptin response stays weak. Your gut sends back close to nothing, so your brain keeps waiting for the off switch while you've already eaten 600 calories. From a signal standpoint, the food barely registered. There's a second mechanism that makes this worse over time. When leptin stays chronically elevated because you're carrying extra body fat and your fat cells are constantly producing it, the brain eventually stops listening. The receptors downregulate, you become leptin resistant. The off switch is still sending the signal, but the brain has tuned it out. The same way you stop hearing a fan that's been running for too long. Technically, it's there. Functionally, it isn't. This is why hunger after ultra-processed food feels different from hunger after real food. The hormonal response is genuinely different. A meal built around protein and fiber produces a slower, more sustained leptin signal, and ghrelin stays suppressed for hours. The same number of calories from ultra-processed food produces a fraction of that response, and 2 hours later, the alarm is climbing again. A 2019 study published in Cell Metabolism tested this directly. Participants were given either ultra-processed meals or whole food meals, matched for calories, sugar, fat, and fiber. They could eat as much as they wanted. The ultra-processed group ate an average of 500 more calories per day. Same nutrients on paper, completely different hormonal outcome. Their bodies were genuinely not receiving the signal to stop. Your ancestors ate whole food because there was no other option. Tough, fibrous, nutrient-dense food that required real chewing and real digestion, and that produced the exact cascade the hunger system was built to respond to. The off switch worked because the food was designed by 300,000 years of biology for that system. So what do you actually do? The first thing is protein early in the day. Protein produces one of the strongest, most sustained leptin signals of any macronutrient. It keeps ghrelin suppressed longer than almost anything else. Research consistently shows that people who eat a high-protein breakfast consume fewer total calories across the day. And the mechanism is hormonal. The signal is stronger and lasts longer. The specific source matters less than the quantity. Somewhere around 30 grams in the morning is the target. The second thing is slowing down. Your gut needs roughly 20 minutes to send the full satiety signal to your brain after you start eating. Eating fast means consistently outrunning that signal. By the time leptin rises and ghrelin drops, you've already eaten past where you needed to stop. Slower eating is a hormonal intervention and one of the simplest ones available. Third, look at the ingredient list, not the nutrition label. Ultra-processed food is defined by what's in it. If the list runs past 5 items or contains things you wouldn't find in a kitchen, your gut satiety system will have a harder time reading it. That's the practical filter. And the fourth thing, if you're eating and keep wanting more even though you've had enough, the food is doing what it was designed to do. The engineering goal of ultra-processed products is specifically to suppress the off switch. Knowing it's a hormonal response to a specific product changes how the choice feels. You're not weak. You're eating something built to override your biology. Your ancestors got full because their food told their bodies loudly and clearly to stop. Hours of foraging, a meal of real food, leptin rises, ghrelin drops, done. You have more food available right now than any human who ever lived, and your body is running the same ancient hunger code that kept your ancestors alive for 300,000 years. The problem is that the food changed faster than the code could adapt. Give the system what it was built for. It still knows exactly what to do.